Oh shit! I need to change the title.
To Ume Pon.
No, not. Are we 253? Let me see. I'll just put 253 for now.
Yeah, because 252 was Trico.
I love how we're now using.
You know, we're using Pokemon numbers like
to help memorize. That's so funny.
It's funny, but it's effective.
It is effective, I guess. Yeah.
I was thinking of coming back to play fucking Apex, but my friend told me don't.
Well, public is fine. Well, the what do you call it? Pubs is fine. Ranking still sucks. I'll say that much. It's the same shit.
But it still feels like after so many games, like the sweaty people from rank shows up, right?
Yeah, it's still like that, unfortunately, because rank sucks. That's why. There's nothing to do. No one's playing the whatchamacall, the non battle royale games.
Sweaty.
So no one's playing. Not as many people are playing team deathmatch or the control or all those other modes. No one's playing those. It's all about pubs because that's the only thing we're playing. Luckily I already got like what I wanted from the battle pass, so I'm not like crazy about it. So I'm just gonna play if I feel like it. By the way, do you hear us?
Yeah, I hear us. I just need to hear me.
Oh yeah, I need to turn you up a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you gotta boost me. Give me the booster.
Yeah, booster, yeah. Alright. Okay.
That will do.
That will do. Okay. That'll do, donkey.
You still have your chunky Yoshi.
I have my chunky Yoshi for today because I'm not gonna take time to look for any picture. Oh, and let me go ahead and tweet it out.
Hello everyone, welcome to tonight's critical. Man, person comes knocking at my door. What the fuck you said? It's like, I want to be in your in your campaign, sir. It's just nothing. I'm surprised that none of the Critical Role members were in Baldur's Gate, like to just play an NPC or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless that's like the upcoming potential DLC.
Maybe. Maybe they'll actually have a Critical Role like thing or something. Collab.
Have all the characters. Have the characters in it. I'll be like, oh god.
Yes. Major NPCs or something. I don't know. Okay. Are we looking over here? Okay, and then let me check for myself for that final check. Oh yeah, I did tweet it out by the way. So.
Let's keep something on Discord. What is it gonna take for you to play with us on Fortnite?
Check.
If they put in a Super Sentai, not Power Rangers or a Kamen Rider, okay.
Wait, what? To play what?
One of my friends were like asking me, what would it take for you to go play Fortnite with them?
Oh, Fortnite? Like, okay. I already played Fortnite like in the beginning, so I'm not really missing out.
like okay. You wanna really ask?
I played it during what's it called, chapter 1 or whatever you call it, so I'm not missing out. I already did like I did building and everything. Like yeah, I'm good. I'm not touching that anytime soon.
Yeah, it's like, but in Super Sentai or a Kamen Rider, then maybe you might see me.
Yeah. Let me see.
What about Power Rangers? Super Sentai.
Like yeah, Kamen Rider stuff. Oops.
Hell, if they put in Ultraman, then
oh yeah, Ultraman. I think Ultraman has more of a chance than Kamen Rider, just by a smidge.
It's either Ultraman or Kikaida.
Or okay, so if they are gonna put a Kamen Rider, like I would say the one from Shin Kamen Rider,
Oh, the newest one,
the
yeah.
newest
To bring
one.
the now audience,
Yeah.
like who's really introduced, not old farts like me.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime, so it's free for me. So I'll probably check it out. But anyway, let's get it going. If you're ready, are you good to go?
Yeah.
Okay, I am good as well. So we are back for 253, I believe. Hopefully we get that number right. We have been using, funny enough, Pokemon to help memorize where we're at in terms of what episode we are and stuff like that. Or does it help? We'll see about that. So yes, but yes, it is 253. I confirmed it for myself. So welcome back, everyone. Hope everyone has had a good week. We actually don't really have a whole lot to talk about, even though it does look like we have a lot to talk about on the docket, but that's only because that's like the links instead of like the names, right? So it looks like there's a lot, but it is really not. But maybe we'll talk it out to make it look like a full episode. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, briefly though, since we don't have fighting games to talk about, actually, like the very first time in like a really long while, maybe other than like some collab in Street Fighter 6 again, but it's like nothing major. So I don't think we definitely don't have anything to talk about for fighting games. But what I will say, go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, there was the MK1 patch to fix the
input
one.
stuff.
But,
yeah,
but then after that patch happened, someone was saying there was like other shit that just piled on, like just more bugs, and I was like, so typical patch thing.
Yeah,
We're gonna fix this one thing. The whole fucking building falls down. What happened over there?
Yes.
Nothing. It's like nothing.
Yeah,
Don't look that way.
That's the life of video games nowadays. Just like patching, and then like because you introduce this, it possibly introduces like more bugs or
more bugs. Or the coding was wrong.
There's like a typo in there. Like that's what literally happened with what was that one game? Callisto Protocol? No, I think it was Callisto Protocol. It was like that. It was the not Dead Space game, and it was like
the spiritual successor.
Yeah, spiritual successor to Dead Space, and because there was a typo, it ran horribly on PC. I think, from what I understand, and that like definitely did not help with the first impressions. So that's why a lot of people were shitting on the game. But that was kind of like then. It became kind of like a cherry on top because more and more people played it, and then people came to the conclusion that it's not quite like Dead Space, in the worst way possible, I think, because of how combat works in that game. So either way, that game was pretty mid from what I can recall, but yeah. But anyway, so that's the type of stuff that happens with patching. It definitely is a thing, so you got to be really careful with your coding and what letters you type in and numbers and all that stuff. Life as a programmer, right? So yeah, so that's the only thing I guess for fighting games.
So for all of you that's going into coding, always have like at least 3 backups. Your main one, your backup of your main one, and your backup of your backup of your main one.
Kind of like with like Photoshop, right? Because like there's sometimes you fuck up your template, like you have that the one and only template, and then you save it over. It's like, no.
I know, it's like, I'm doing so well. You're still on layer 1, and you're
that too. That too. Like you did everything in one layer. It's like, no.
Or the famous one, well, for Mac users. Oh, I love Photoshop. Rainbow ring, and you're like,
Oh no!
Please don't.
Oh,
If
I
you're
hate the
just
rainbow.
gonna,
I hate the rainbow volleyball of death.
yeah, you're just like holding your breath, like please don't.
Oh
Don't
man,
you
that
dare say.
was yeah, that was my life when I first had I think iMovie, I think on the old iMac. Oh man, you know what, the one with the like the colored shell. Um, they all came in like different colors. Like there was like blue.
Oh,
There was like
the one back in the
blue.
90s.
No, it was like 90s, early 2000s, late 90s
It
to
was
early
early
2000s.
2000, yeah,
Yeah.
and that was what the school computer room was just
I
filled with,
kind of
just the
yeah, those
Macs.
were iMacs, yes, the blue ones. I think they always the schools always got the blue ones for some reason. I don't know why.
Mine was still rainbow. Like we had like the
Rainbow?
blue, orange, and stuff.
Interesting. I know
And
there was blue, there was orange. There's like multiple colors. I remember for
yeah,
sure. Yeah. But anyway, let's get back on track a little bit. What I
we're old
wanted
people.
to
Leave me
really
alone.
talk about, since we don't have fighting games to really talk about for this week, is what we've been playing, right, for ourselves. So I've been playing Cyberpunk, the Phantom Liberty DLC, and it's actually pretty fun because like yeah, like at this point the game is optimized. And you know I upgraded my rig like not too long ago with like the new processor and new RAM. Same what is it, size or whatever, like 32 gig or whatever, but like the what do you call, the frequency is different, so it's like because it was, I want to say 24 or whatever, 24 megahertz or some 2400 megahertz, or it might have been the one below it, I forget which one it was, but anyway the frequency is higher, so that means it's just better end result. And then yeah, the processor, I went from a Ryzen 7 1700X to a 5700X, which is quite a jump because 17 was like back in literally 17, I think either 17 or 2018. That's like, that was like the top of the line at the time, so that's what I got. And then all these other processors came out over the years. It was 6 years old, man. I had a 6-year-old processor, goddamn. And then
I mean, when you think about it, if it still works, it still works.
it still works, yes, it still worked. It was just like kind of chugging on Cyberpunk, so that's why I switched it over, and then it definitely runs more consistently now. So I could have gotten away with it because I did back when Cyberpunk was still version 1, but there was just other things to worry about besides my processor. Like the game was super buggy and whatever at the time, so that's why I got just super distracted. And so anyway, speaking of bugs and all that stuff, there's still bugs. It's not perfect, but it definitely is like very playable in comparison to before. Like like you know, it's like somewhat, it's like a number of people have been saying like it's the Cyberpunk that should have been when it came out, you know. The perk system is very different. You can dash in the game now. Driving is a little different. The vehicles are pretty different themselves because you can have vehicles with weapons on top of them now. Like there's vehicles with like machine guns and missiles and stuff like that. So it's kind of like Twisted Metal almost. And so that's pretty cool. And then different abilities, different perks, and the works, right? And of course you got more characters now with Idris Elba playing, you know, one of the major ones, and then it's pretty funny. And yeah, so there is a couple more things to do. Like you can steal cars for people and you can get like money that way. You can, there's like different ways to level up. How you fight is a little different because shooting now takes stamina, as before it didn't, because that's like it's kind of like the traditional for FPS. But in this game, I think because guns were super powerful, they had to like do something about that. So that's why they make it so like you have to use your stamina in order to wield your guns now, which I think it makes sense because of how good those guns were. So it's like, why? It's like, because to me, there's hacking in the game, right? Like in Cyberpunk. But hacking was like so trivial, like you didn't really need to do it because your guns were so powerful. So to me, I just use my guns and melee weapons. But now that everything takes stamina, it's like, okay, now you gotta play it a little differently, you know. So that's why I think it was a good change to make you have an incentive to hack people if you want to. Now there's different ways to play, and it's kind of like a more of a even playing field, so to say. But with that said, am I still hacking? No, which is funny. But but now it's like I have to kind of wait for my stamina to come back, and then, you know what I mean, and then attack. It's kind of like those action games, like Dark Souls, you know, stuff like that. You have to dodge roll, you have to attack, but you have to watch your stamina. And now the boss fights are actually hard because of that too, because you can't just like willy-nilly shoot, reload, right? You have to wait for your stamina to come back. Like in Dark Souls or Souls-like games, for example, because everything takes stamina almost. But anyways, yes, Cyberpunk is fun. It runs buttery smooth for the most part on my rig. And yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's still buggy, but it doesn't really bother me as much. The police still kind of acts dumb.
I was gonna ask, like, do the police just spawn out of nowhere still?
They kind of do, but it's more leveled out, I would say. It definitely feels a little more reasonable, but they still act goofy at times. Same with the AI in general. Like, it's just still a little goofy. It's not perfect, like I've been saying. So they'll still continue to fix the game, but I think this is like the big major update that they'll do, and that's it. That's the only thing they'll do is just fix it. So that's pretty much it. So I've been enjoying it. I've been just doing a lot of side quests. I've been catching up on. I even did the Edge Runner side quest. It's not really that much to do. It's just like, oh, this happened to the main character in Edge Runner, and then and then once you're done talking to this guy from Edge Runner, you just go pick up the jacket from the show, and then you can wear it. So it's pretty cool. Like, that's a nice little reward to sort of like pay respect for the anime, because like the anime really like revived the interest for the game. So that's why I think it's cool that they are paying that much respect. And in fact, you even see some of the characters on the icons for some of the perks. So that's actually really cool. Yeah. So that's how much like respect they are paying to the anime. Like they acknowledge the fact that the anime did really help with the overall sort of like interest with the franchise. So Keanu Reeves is still Keanu Reeves. You know, Johnny Silverhand is still in there. He's still talking and stuff like that in the new parts of the story. But I think the story, speaking of which, so far for Phantom Liberty is interesting. I'm still like kind of like going through the motions and stuff like that, so we'll see. Elba's like character so far is pretty cool. We're just, I think, about to get into the action, so yeah, I don't have much else to say beyond that. But it's interesting thus far. You know, it does help with the gameplay and stuff like that, and it's cool. I think this is Cyberpunk 2077 now, right? And unlike the time when it first came out, very unfortunate. You know, it wasn't completely like a horrible game. It was just very disappointing, like I've been saying. But now it's like firing up on most cylinders, I would say, you know, and I'm enjoying it. So what have you been playing during the past week?
Hey, so with the recent FF14 patch, been doing that, just, you know, MMO shit. But then on downtimes, I've been just playing the Pirate Warriors.
Oh, have you been playing the new one? The newest update? Or
I do not have that season pass yet.
Oh, okay.
Which I should, because there is there is someone in there, or two people in there, very spoil heavy.
Yeah.
Of the character wise, and I'm like, I should play it, because what's nice about the game, they are, you know, size correct. So if you're gonna play if you're gonna play Frankie, well, depending which version of Frankie, he's gonna be huge at one point. The admirals, they're fucking tall, so they are like, again, height appropriate.
Yes.
And then when you get to like Big Mom, it's like I can't see over your fucking shoulder. It's like I can't see the people. You know what? As long as I see my hit count going up, I'm doing something correct.
Nice.
And pretty much it until the 20th to play with Spider-Man and Venom.
Yeah. I know you've been anticipating on that game. Yeah. I've been contemplating to pick up the Detective Pikachu game, but I'm like, yeah, there's still games I do want to finish, so I'll just put that off to the side, and I'll probably play Pikachu maybe once I'm done with at least Final Fantasy 16. I'm still fucking trying to find time to finish it because I'm like right now occupied with Cyberpunk. So yeah, I don't know how it came to this, but I don't know. I think partially the combat system for that game was kind of disappointing for me, to be honest. But maybe like if I play more of the game, like I don't know, like I think even then I just feel like the overall like combat structure was a little disappointing. Like I thought it was gonna be different, but it's very simplified to the point where it's like, I don't know if I feel it. I don't know. I think that's like a considerable reason, or a considerable amount of the reason why I put off the game, besides the time. Is that something would you like disagree on, or is there something more to the combat that I'm still, because I'm still I'm still after the what's that guy's name, the big dude. I dealt with him, let's just say.
Hugo,
yes. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, the combat is pretty much what you call
simplified,
repetitive as fuck.
Repetitive.
Simplified, repetitive. But at this point, for you, maybe you probably just gonna play it for the story.
Yeah.
And then once you get to the ending, that's when you draw your conclusions. Like, was this a good game? Was this like the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy 16?
Yeah.
Everyone was shoving down, people's throat. I'm sorry, yes, people were shoving it down like a lot of people's throat.
Yes.
You have that. It's fucking good. No flaws. It's like,
yeah.
Can you let this person play it to have their own
Right. That's kind of like my big gripe about 16 is the fact that it's so simplified throughout the game, and like you said, like that's kind of like the word for repetitive. Like you're kind of like doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, like there's not as much depth as much as like DMC5 or something, So it looks cool, but like you're like seeing the same thing over and over again, so like the repetitiveness does become apparent. So yeah.
And then, but it's also like, I'm not gonna dock it too harshly,
right?
Because it's a team that's well known for them doing MMO shit. So them jumping into a new territory is like, this is not bad.
Yeah,
this is not really bad for what you guys cooked up.
It definitely is not bad. It's just disappointing for me because like I thought it was gonna be a little different, but for people who are new to it, like new to this type of gameplay, I mean, it's probably really fun for them. But as someone who is seasoned with all the other action adventure games, like Bayonetta and Devil May Cry, it's like this is like watered down for me, man. So I don't know. It's just different perspectives. I get it. It's just, I don't know. For me, it's not quite winning me over. The story is very interesting, I'll give it that, but like I'm playing I want to play a video game. You know what I mean? I'm not here to watch a movie. You know, I'll do that at my other time, right? That's for a different time. I'm here to play a game. And the game isn't as like enticing as I hoped it was going to be. So
funny how you say you're not here to watch a movie, you're here to play a video game. Yet Metal Gear Solid 4 exists.
Yeah, I actually never played it myself. I've watched my friend play 4. That's the funny thing.
But you felt like, damn, this is a fucking movie.
Yes.
When's the next time you're gonna control Snake? Here you go. 25 minutes later. Okay, back to the movie. It's like, what? That's it? It's like, yep, that's it.
Right.
Pull up a chair.
Yeah. Funny, you know how that works. But anything else, Zawa, on your end when you're playing, or what you're playing, or that's it, pretty much?
Just pretty much. I guess to just slide it in.
Yeah.
I've been very good. No money went into these games on this phone yet.
Yet. Okay. Who
What's the next bad?
who you waiting now in whatever gacha game?
Okay, well, in Fate Go, I'm waiting for the rerun of the Gura Gura because there's a character. It's a girl.
Right.
But she has a fucking Gundam right behind her.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I want you. I don't need you. But because you have a Gundam, I want it to.
Okay, I get you. Yeah. No, that's how gacha games work, man. You know you don't need that character, but you want that character because they look cool. That's how it works. But yeah, I know, I get it. Oh, funny. I mean, I guess we can talk about gacha games since we really don't have much to talk about. But like, I was pulling for Nouvelette in Genshin. And I got him. I got him and the weapon and even another copy of Nouvelette after the fact.
I was witness.
Yes, you did witness most of it for sure. I don't know if you witnessed the extra copy of Nouvelette, but I got an extra copy of Nouvelette, so that means I now have Constellation 1 Nouvelette, which means it's really, really valuable for Nouvelette. So pretty happy with that. And he makes the content and for the current Genshin really easy for me, so I'm pretty good. But I do like the character too. I actually really do like Nouvelette himself because he's really badass, and lore wise he's like very equal to the gods, right? The archons. So yeah. And later on, I believe there might be a hint of why he's that powerful. So yeah. I haven't played the story for the current Genshin update, so I'll get there eventually. But yeah. But I was very happy to get him though. But yes, it took everything I had to make it happen. Make it happen, Cam. But yeah. Alright, I think that's the gist of what we've been doing, such like that. So you're good on.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's go straight into the front line, shall we? Let me hit the old sound. There's a bit of a lag there for a second, but we got it.
I know. I was like,
yeah, I hit it, and then I was like, oh. But anyway,
like I don't wanna.
Okay, fine. Anyway, so it's gonna be a hodgepodge, so there's gonna be some like random stuff. So like this, for example, Toys R Us, right? We've talked about the revival a little bit, right, in the past, but now they say once again Toys R Us has announced plans to resurrect the struggling brand with the introduction of 24 new flagship stores scheduled to open in 2024. So back in 2017 they declared bankruptcy, and let me see. But I think they've been around still in places like Canada, so that's why they've been still at it. And I think even places like in Japan, Toys R Us has been still afloat. So they were still hanging on. And then but at some point, let me see. Somebody else, I guess, put invested into Toys R Us, so I kind of like they got some money, so that's why they plan to essentially open up some stores again. So it is a revival of sorts. I mean, I'm sure you had memories in Toys R Us. Every time you went in there, you're like, oh my god, you know, whatever. Yeah.
Oh my god, look at this new toy.
Yes.
Oh my god, my mom is dragging me away from the toy.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. That's how it works, man. That's how it works. I man, my mom I think knew, but took me there too many times. But you know, I was a spoiled little kid. I wanted the newest toy, especially Transformers and like stuff, other things, man. It Beast War stuff, right? And like so on and so forth. Video games, of course, I got my video games there too. N64 and all that stuff.
Oh wow, you got yours. Okay, so sorry, N64. I got mine N64 from at the time it was the biggest shit. I got it from KB Toys.
I went there too for other toys as well. Whenever basically what Toys R Us didn't had, I went to we went to KB Toys. Yeah, exactly. Just to hope that they have that one Transformer or whatever, Autobot, Decepticon, whatever, right? That I was looking for.
See, kids, us in the 90s, we had options. We had places to
but we had to go there, right? Instead of shopping online. There was
also, as a kid, we had to beg and give like a fucking 3-page essay of why we need to go there and why we needed that game, that object, that toy.
Yeah.
And that infamous, did you ask your mom? Did you ask your dad?
Yeah. Allowance, right? You know, you save up. There was that point where you save up enough for your allowance, and then you just had to ask your parents, like, "Hey, could you take me to whatever?" Right? And then you got whatever you wanted. You were able to buy yourself, and then I think by the time video games got really popular, that's when places like Toys R Us were starting to shut down. And the fact that online shopping was a thing became more of a thing, and that really like put the nail on a number of those coffins, right? So unfortunately, you know, it's just kind of like the times. But hey, I mean, I guess now for whatever reason they're coming back, and I'm all for it. But hopefully it stays afloat for however many years, and you know, we'll see. Any other comment about Toys R Us specifically?
I read that they want to try to open some stores, not a lot. Also open some outlets in airports.
Yeah, right here. It says it right here in airports.
Yeah, right there, airports. And I was like, okay, if they're gonna do that, it should just be in the major airports that people, you know,
like LAX, so like New York,
LAX, New York,
Florida,
Miami,
yeah,
here in Hawaii,
of course,
and I guess maybe Seattle and somewhere in the Midwest.
Maybe, yeah. Like there's gotta be one in Texas for sure, right? And yeah, places like that. So yeah, hopefully it works out. We'll see. But they gotta bring something a little new to the game, right? Because people are still gonna be on online shopping at Amazon shit. So that is gonna be the thing. So yeah, that they'll have to come up with something. I don't know, unless what they could do is try to use stuff like TikTok to have like what was the giraffe's name? Is it Jeff? Was it just Jeff?
Hefe, I don't know.
Hefe, yeah. Hopefully they'll have some sort of like social media presence to keep up the sort of relevancy. Like, hey, check out the news toy, like, you know, using TikTok and like all the other Instagram and stuff. I think also like they really need those companies like Nerf, like what was it, Hasbro, to like really pump out the toys, including like Nerf and stuff like that, to keep those stores afloat, and have like Toys R Us exclusives, you know, that type of stuff, maybe. And oh, that's right, that's also where I got my amiibos too. Oh my gosh, when I was older. Some of those amiibos were from Toys R Us, so funny. I actually didn't remember that just now somehow. Well, anyway, let's see, we'll see. All right, heading on over to this. This is, I feel like, the biggest controversy, big air quotes, of the week. And it's not really that major, it's just kind of like funny to me, and I'm sure for Zawa as well. But there's been this argument for a very long time within the Final Fantasy fan base, right, of how names are pronounced. Aerith versus Eris, you know, even Ifrit versus Efrit or something. It's so weird, right? People go crazy about pronunciations. I kind of get it, but it's too crazy at times. And Cait Sith is no exception. And Cait Sith comes from, I believe, is it Irish/Scottish culture? And I think it's Gaelic, to be more specific, I believe. It's like the old like language, right? And of course, though, things change over here in the West, right? Heracles is Hercules, you know, for example. That's another big one. No one really talks about that, huh? You know, that's one that comes to mind. And then a bunch of other Greek gods change with Western pronunciations, right? Or I'd say American, right, pronunciations. Hercules is a big example, right? But here in Final Fantasy, we have Cait Sith, which comes from, I believe it's pronounced Ketshi, right? And so there's been this argument for a very long time. And then the Twitter account of Final Fantasy 7 Remake, well, all that fun stuff, had to go and say, in Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, Cait Sith is pronounced Cait Sith, you know, like the name Cait and Sith, right? And that did not help anything. If anything, it added more logs to the fire, you know, added more fuel to the fire. Especially if you look into the comments, you know, it's pretty it can get pretty toxic. I know Roomby says it's canon to mispronounce it now, right? Because that is, yes, it is a mispronunciation of the original word, right? But there are just times where you just have to let things slide. It's just not worth, you know, ripping your hair out, getting gray hairs. But I wanted you to have your opinion first, and then I go after you about this whole situation.
So to me, this whole situation is pretty much the kind of like the whole like fight between like what is the right way to pronounce a name. For example, the long-running gag of how do you pronounce Ryu? Is it Ryu, or Ryu?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill Steve for that.
Yeah.
But
in Street Fighter,
like,
let's clarify.
Yeah, in Street Fighter.
Yes.
In Street Fighter. For Cait Sith in general, we had no voice actor, no voiceovers.
Yes,
no
that's
one
yes.
from back. Well, we're talking about OG Final Fantasy. Okay?
Yes.
No one was
Talking.
there to
Yeah.
actually like tell you how to pronounce it.
Mhm.
If you're a little kid, you're gonna pronounce it how you learn how to pronounce words. You break the shit down,
Yes.
or you find like, or if you've seen the word somewhere else, you use that dialect. So like
Right.
for me, when I was small, I pronounce it as kite,
Cait. Yeah.
and then Sith.
Cait
Because
Sith,
I
yeah.
was I was watching fucking Star Wars, so the Sith.
Yes.
I was like,
Mhm.
so there you go, Cait Sith.
Cait Sith, yeah. Mhm.
And then fucking when you grow older, you either you stuck with it or you go like, or you learn like other language and see how they pronounce words and like maybe it's pronounced this way,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe it doesn't.
Right. Mhm.
And then lo and behold, fucking Avon Trojan showed up. Didn't even say his name. They kind of like just automatically assume that this character, you know his name. Good job. Mosiano.
So what was said in Advent Children? Is it Cait Sith?
No, they didn't say his name.
Oh, they never said his name. Oh, okay. I sorry, I didn't.
Nor
I didn't
did
catch.
they say Red 13.
Okay.
The only names from the team that the group was Cloud, Tifa.
Did they say?
I mean, it's hinted that they say Aerith, but it was pretty much like she was in that little basket of like, you know who she is. We don't need to say her name. Barrett, Vincent, obviously. I kind of want to say Sid's name was mentioned.
Yuffie also,
and then, of
right?
course, yeah, Yuffie was mentioned, and
Right.
then Sephiroth, of course,
Yes.
and then the three brothers.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, for like Aerith, Cait Sith, and Red 13, their names I believe were not fucking.
We're not
mentioned in
present.
that movie.
Okay. So that even like made things even more confusing. Oh, it's okay. So, yeah, I mean, we lived in back in the day, like when voice acting in video games was not a thing. It's so we just had to come up with like our own interpretation of what was pronounced, right? And it's funny, from my perspective, right? I never had a PlayStation, so I never played these games, so I didn't even know this was a word, right? Or this was a thing. So I was introduced as Cait Sith later on, not in Final Fantasy, but in I think it was some sort of like fantasy show, and then I was reminded in Sword Art Online, because they have a race called Cait Sith, so because they have the cat ears and shit and whatever, right? So I was reminded of that. So eventually that's what I went with, Cait Sith. So, but I never knew it was Cat She until this tweet was put out. I never knew any of that stuff until I was like reading through the comments, like, oh, this is from Gaelic, whatever, so Scottish origin.
Yeah, it's like it's from this dialect because of this origin. It's like,
yeah, okay, all right, cool, man. I mean, all right.
It's like thank you for the geography lesson.
Although it's interesting, people like Roombi say, oh, it's canon to mispronounce it now. It's like, okay, like, it's funny though, because I think in Japanese the way they pronounce it is closer to the origin. That's what they tend to do, but sometimes they also say things differently as well. So it just kind of like it happens, man, because for whatever reason, like it's easier to pronounce for Japanese people, or for English, like it's easier for us to remember or understand or something like that. Like, I think you mentioned it outside when before I hit the record button, Godzilla, right? Like Gojira.
Yeah.
Gojira is how it's originally pronounced
In Japan.
in Japan, but here in the States or in the West, everywhere else, it's Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close, but it's not exactly, how it is. So it just happens, right? It just,
Yeah.
you know. And am I like, no, it's Gojira,
I know.
motherfuckers, oh, you know, like, I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like, yeah, I get it. I get that this is the way, but I'm not gonna like rip out my hair about it. You know what I mean? Now if you're like, I guess it depends on like the situation and circumstances and stuff like that. But if that person is like willfully ignorant about it, and it's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, if it's like my name, if you're purposely mispronouncing my name on purpose, like, you know, like if you say like Tamura or something, you know, when it's like Tamura or Tamura, right? Tamura is the pronunciation. But I'm okay with Tamura. You know, I'm not. Right, but if you go every other,
as long as it sounds
close
and you're not butchering it just to have a cheap laugh.
Yeah. Like, you know, it's funny, right? My first name, right? You know, Sean. It's from Scottish/Irish origin, right? And there are people who still struggle with my name, with Sean. like when I spell out my name and people read it, it's like, scene. You know?
Yeah, it's like
it's
like either Sheen or they add like an extra letter
like,
into it, and you're like, where did you get this extra letter?
Or and then they sometimes like at Starbucks, right? I say Sean, they spell out like this SHAWN.
SHAWN, yeah.
Or UN for anyone who knows the what do you call it, the British quote unquote spelling of it. It's funny. I think it's funny. You know, I just correct them like, oh no, it's just, you know, it's SEAN, or oh, it's Sean, you know, it's Irish or whatever, right? So and even
I did see one like with your name, they spelled it SHAUNE, and I was like,
oh,
is the E silent? It's like, is the E silent?
Yeah.
Or does it have that property, you know, it makes the previous letter, you know, longer sounding?
I've never seen that one actually. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, like again, it's like you're just going like, okay, I guess there's more than, again, it's a name. There's more ways to spell out a name than you realize.
Right. It's funny. It's like I think like Irish and Scottish like particularly get this a lot. It seems like it would. Not just Cait Sith or Cait Shi, you know, Sean, right? Like people, like I said, people struggle with Sean still, which is fucking funny. Like at this day and age, like nowadays, I still encounter people like struggling with my name, you know, when like at this point, like Irish and Scottish should just also be part of like, you know what I mean? Like American culture too, you know what I mean? You know, like, but I don't know, man. It's just something about the Irish/Scottish just does not quite meld as well as everything else, really. I don't know what it is, but then again, English is just, it's a stupid language. It's a very inconsistent language. Things just change. Like you have to just memorize like word by word, right? Like
Yep.
I don't mean to go off of a little English rant, but the English language rant, but I just hate it when like okay, so there's the letter F, right? It's a f sound for the most part, right? Okay, I get it.
Yep.
But then why does enough, right? You don't spell with a F, you spell with GH. Then that becomes an F sound all of a sudden. Like it's just like, what the fuck is English, dude? When you look at it from a grand scheme of things, you know what I mean? And then there's there, and there, right? Like that whole shit too. And then like which, and I don't know, man. It's a mess. It's definitely a mess. And this also happens too with, you know, Cait Sith and Heracles not becoming Hercules, and just stuff just gets changed. So one other example I wanted to bring up is Raiden, right? And Raiden. Raiden is from MK. Raiden is from everything else, including Metal Gear. So we know it's Raiden, but we say Raiden just because that's how it went from the old days. You know what I mean? You know, I think Shang Tsung kind of changed a little bit. It some because some characters say like Shang Tsung or something, like it's a little some here and there, but you know, for the most part, I think it's still Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
By the majority. But with Raiden, it's still Raiden instead of Raiden. No one like retrofitted the name to be Raiden now. It's because it's gonna be weird. You know, it's gonna be weird to like say Raiden instead of Raiden. Again, this is kind of how it works with like tradition and like nostalgia and like what you like first learn and stuff like that. You know, if people out there have heard Cait Sith, they're more likely to stick with Cait Sith, and I think we should just let it be. You know what I mean? But as long as they know the origin of that word or whatever, or that term, then I think it's fine. I think if they just know that it's catchy, then okay, you know, all right. I think we should just call it a day. Like, don't pull out your hair or get gray hairs or whatever, just to be like, no, this is how you pronounce it. Blah blah blah. You know, whatever. Yeah.
I've been pronouncing this
Yeah.
this way for this many years. Like, okay.
Yeah. There are people like this guy. I mean, catchy forever. You know what I mean? Like other such things. So again, I get it, but it's like you don't need to waste your time. All this stuff. It's just you're not gonna get anywhere, right?
Yep.
It's not gonna get you anywhere. Yeah.
It's like you want brownie points? Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like
you got your brownie points.
And it's kind of like the same with like 4Kids dubs, right? They changed names all the fucking time. With Ash, when he's Satoshi, right? Or Satoshi, you know?
Or the most easiest name back in the 90s. Usagi. Somehow turned to Relina. It's like
Wait, wait, what? I thought it was Serena.
Serena.
Yeah.
Relina, something like
Serena.
Serena. Whatever.
Yes, Serena. Yes.
And then they also changed a lot of backstory for those characters.
Yes, that's for the best.
Yeah.
That's for the best. let them
so this-
let them find out the original material on their own. Like you know, Uranus and Neptune, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
These cousins really love each other. It's like,
That's actually kind of
sure.
that's actually kind of worse if you think about it too.
No, it's like you go like this. Sure.
Yes. That's like a band-aid to a bloody wound. That thing's gonna come off in a second, but yeah.
Yeah.
And what was I gonna say about Cait Sith? I think that's pretty much the gist of it for all the major stuff I wanted to say. It's like, yeah, you know.
Let's just kind of like wrap it up
Okay.
a little bit. To, you know, it's whatever you believe. It's your interpretation of the name.
Yeah.
We're not saying it's right. We're not saying it's wrong. But from as it stands right now, the makers of the game is saying that this is how
This is Cait Sith. Yes.
it's pronounced.
Yes.
It's pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
We can take this with a grain of salt until we actually hear it pronounced in game.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be Cait Sith just because. But yeah, but
I'll laugh my ass off if they name him Larry, just to piss off people.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the joke that people have been saying in the comments too. Like, people have been saying like, you mean this character goes on the bench because they don't use him? You know, like, that's kind of like, oh, ouch, you know. But also cat shit. That's another one. That's a pretty common one I've seen. It should be like, oh yeah, it should be cat shit. You know. I also noticed though, I forgot to say that even within the catchy people, like the hardcore people, they're like arguing with each other, like, no, it's catchy, no, it's catchy, you know, like it was getting out of control. it was actually getting out of control at that point. So I'm like, I'm staying away from that. So I think you should just go with what the game says. I mean, yes, there are times where the game is incorrect, but
Yep.
you know,
I'll give you a good example. Dynasty Warriors. The
mm,
original 4 games, they pretty much mispronounce all their names, but the most famous one that was mispronounced was Cao Cao. His name is spelled Cao.
yeah.
How they pronounced it was Cao Cao.
Yes.
But then in later iteration of the Dynasty Warriors franchise, they actually got like someone that speaks
Chinese or
Cantonese
okay.
or Mandarin, and then just said, his name is actually pronounced this way, and then now that's how everyone is pronounced. Well, at this point, everyone is pronouncing their name, the characters' names correctly, but with Western pronunciation and our accent, it's a hit and miss.
Yeah. Same with Genshin Impact. That there is quite a bit of that going on too, with not just like the Chinese names, but like the names in Fontaine, which is like the newest region, which is supposed to be from like French and other such European origins. Yeah, it's very confusing, but it happens too. Like, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, it's pronounced this way or whatever, and then yes, Chinese names gets butchered as well. It's hard.
Japanese names get fucking butchered as fuck.
Yes.
Well, here in the islands, we love eating chicken katsu. But when visitors come, can I have one chicken katsu?
Katsu.
You're like in the middle of eating. You're like, I'm gonna shove this fork up your neck if you.
Yeah, he's kind of like
mispronounce that.
that's like a spit take. Yeah, like yeah, and then same with like udon, and then yeah, that happens. That happens a lot.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty funny though. Yeah.
But again, like language is hard. Let's just get that straight.
Yes.
Language is hard.
It definitely is.
Sometimes you spell it out is not the way it sounds.
Yeah.
Like Lupin.
It's
People say Lupin. Lupin. But it's pronounced Lupin, and you're like, so it's Lupon. No, it's Lupin. It's like, wait, how did you get the pawn part? It's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, people say Lupin. Yeah. That one kind of gets to me. It's because they say Lupin in the show. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's not how it's pronounced.
I mean, no, I think it was the earlier episodes of Detective Conan. They pronounce his name like weird. It was like Conan.
Yeah.
Conan, like Conan the Barbarian. I'm like, right. It's like,
right.
Apples, oranges, whatever.
Yeah. It definitely gets things get lost. I definitely for sure when it comes to language and such like that. It's kind of happens, man. It's bound to happen with some things, and same with Luffy, right? There's still a number of people who say Luffy. People from there was someone from IGN that did that too, like Luffy. Like, oh my god, no! Stop it!
And you're just lying down like in a puddle of your own tears, going like, why?
I think they even made a video, like I think with the actor, right? Inaki, right? Saying like correcting those people, like it's Luffy, not Luffy or something. I forget if he did that or not. Or Netflix had him do that video or something as a part of a promotion.
About to do Gumma Gumma no slap your face.
Yeah. Oh, remember 4Kids with Zolo, man? Oh my gosh.
I mean, for kids' sake, they're not wrong on the translating part because some of the raws or the from Warurero
the R's in Japan, yes,
does translate into L's, just like in Inuyasha, the little cat Kirara, they pronounce it as Kilala.
Yeah.
So on that sense, it's like you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but you're not correct. But you got the translation correct, but not at this instance.
Yes, it's weird. It's that very weird nuance that it again, it's just language, man. It's hard, man. All right, well, I think let's
all learn Spanish and just get done with it.
I know. Yeah, I think eventually though, like the world will be speaking mostly English. I think eventually, just because
But the bad thing is that you don't want your own heritage language to be a dying language.
Yeah. That's kind of like scary part, man. Like languages die, man. Like Latin, for example, like it's still around, but it's like no one's speaking it, so it's
only like a handful
of people. Yeah, and the music keeps the language alive for Latin. When it comes to like the orchestra stuff and all that, I know Deus is God. That's like one of the only words I know from Latin. Deus is Spanish for God, I believe, too. That's where it came from. Dios. That's why Dio, right? Dio. It's supposed to be like God, from JoJo. But anyway, let's put this to a close. I mean, we can talk about it. We can talk about languages and stuff. Things get translated funny and all that bullshit. But
I'm just waiting for the idiots. I mean, good people that can speak English mispronounce Nanaki's name.
Yeah.
Watch them pronounce it like not Naneki or something. I'm like, where did you get the E?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Anyway, let's put the Cait Sith to rest for now, or Ketchi. All right. For right now.
Just put this keg in. This keg. I want a keg now.
A keg. Ooh. Yes, we need a whole keg of just alcohol, just whatever liquor you got in that keg, right? There is artwork of meanwhile of Sephiroth, of young Sephiroth, out there now. So
you pronounced it wrong. You're supposed to sound like or you made it sound wrong. You're supposed to sound like a Smash Bros. Young Sephiroth.
Yeah, young Sephiroth. Yeah.
Just like young Link. It's like what?
Right. But yeah, there he is. Any comments?
Well, again, everybody, if you really want to know why Riku from the fucking Kingdom Hearts series looked like Sephiroth, Exhibit A, or Exhibit this.
Didn't like a lot of the designs in Kingdom Hearts come from Final Fantasy concepts?
Yep.
Yeah. Reused concepts.
Except for Kairi. Kairi's hair was all of the different hairstyles Utada Hikaru had throughout her whole career.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But people say like the face of Kairi is also like based off of Utada Hikaru.
Oh.
Like they looked at old like young photographs of her and then gradually
and Nomura-fied her into okay.
Well, speaking of Nomura-fied, I don't believe this is made by Nomura. There are no belts, this is an AI art.
AI. I mean, there's one strap on the katana.
No, we need like 20 damn.
There's a couple of belts right there on the chest. I mean, you know, I mean, and this is one big belt
No,
on the
we
waist.
we need 20 damn belts, like how he freaking drew for Lulu in,
okay, fine.
in FF10.
Oh my god,
Holy crap, that
Lulu's
was so many
skirt
belts.
was just all belts, I believe. It was just entirely made of belts. Oh man.
Like when my friend wanted to cosplay as Lulu, she actually went through all of our friend circles. Like, do you have any belts that you don't use? And we're like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Just a small project. Project finished. Oh, you're cosplaying as Lulu. Why didn't you just say you were cosplaying Lulu?
Yeah, that's funny. That was just a quick little bit I wanted to just toss in next into this Final Fantasy. But then meanwhile, let's talk about a different thing ish. Nintendo of America tweeted out this regarding to the online service for the 3DS and the Wii U. It says, as of April 2024, online play and other functionality that uses online communication will end service for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U software. Thank you very much for your continued support for our products. That's kind of sucks because you definitely have to do everything you want to do in Wii U and 3DS, including buying stuff from the store, because otherwise, that's what from what it sounds like, you won't be able to get those things once it passes. So it definitely is going to be pretty bad if you miss out on those things. I guess it depends on the case by case, but yeah, it sucks that, you know, when things end like that, you know, but it's understandable, I guess, but it just sucks. For people who are worried about what was it, Pokemon Bank and stuff like that, there was supposed to be an exception to that, from what I can understand. Like Pokemon Bank and Pokemon Home aren't going to be affected by it supposedly, but I think Todd was telling me that like you can't get Pokemon Bank from the 3DS, and I think what it is to me is that if you already have Pokemon Bank, then you're good, but you can't download Pokemon Bank if you don't have it or something like that.
Have it now, yeah.
Or have it now, yeah. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. It sucks.
It's weird, but truth be told, I thought the Wii U's like online play or, you know, what's it called, support, died like years ago.
Yeah, understandable.
Like it was like one of those things. Like, wow, you guys were still supporting this. I thought you guys let it go.
Yeah, because I thought you can't like log on to the Wii U anymore. Like because everything is on the Switch now. Like I think it's you still like I think you can't log on to it. I don't think, from what I experienced. So because there's some things you can't do already in the Wii U. Like connect to the internet and stuff like that. I think, I don't know, it's just weird. But anyway, yeah, most people are not liking this, of course, but you know, we're on the Switch. It's gonna happen at some point, you know. Well, when it comes to the 3DS, I think that's yeah, kind of sucky, because I feel like people are still playing handheld games just for the sake of it. But yeah, I don't know, it sucks, you know, that's all I can say. All right, so we can move on from there. This one, let me see, involves oh I forgot to this meme was pretty much like the what summed up the situation during Cait Sith, the Cait Sith situation. It's the girl pointing at the cat meme when she's crying and stuff like that, and the girl is saying Ketchi, and then the cat is just saying Cait Sith. So, that's what kind of sums it up, man. I think it's funny. I think it's pretty appropriate. So anyway, back on to other stuff. Yes, there is this one with SAG, right? The Screen Actor Guild, AFTRA. We have concluded today's bargaining with the AMPTP and will resume talks on Friday, October 6th. Parties will be working on internally over the weekend, resuming Monday, October 9th. So it looks like this part of the strike is coming to a close. For the most part, I think they're still going to be talking from Monday and whatever, but it seems like, yeah, because like the writers strike is over soon enough. This should be also officially over, but it looks like it's coming to a close too for this part as well. But it says 2 days bargaining, so maybe it's still ongoing, but it looks like it's reaching to its conclusion. So yeah. So, but that also brings the question, right? Like, are we gonna get a video game strike, right? So I feel like it's inevitable. There is going to be some sort of negotiation, I'm sure, because it's already been approved for a strike by the same group. So we're definitely going to see something relating to a video game strike of sorts. So yeah, because it's pretty rough. There's no union within the game industry, so it is still pretty rough. I think there is in some places, but for a major union, no. So that hopefully can get established soon enough and get this thing like going. Like this, hopefully we can move forward and progress, but it's going to be a long way, I feel, because you know, companies like to make money and they like to overwork their people to make more money, and eventually people will get pissed off to the point where they're not going to be working, so the company won't make money. So that's why they gotta talk. That's how it kind of works in a very layman's terms type of way. So
yep.
Yeah,
it's also a vicious cycle.
It's yeah, it is definitely a vicious cycle, because eventually companies want to make more money and they're gonna go back to the thing, and then they're gonna so go back to the old ways.
It'll be like, yay, we fixed it. A few months later, why are you guys back to what you were doing? You know, what are you guys doing? Nothing.
Right. Right. That is the gist of that. Was there anything you wanted to comment about the strikes in particular, or you're good?
Let's just, I guess let's hopefully the strike doesn't last as long, but they come into an actual, fast good agreement, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I think that sums it up pretty good. Yeah. All right. With that, hopefully we see less of that moving forward, but we'll probably have one more major one along the way. We'll see. This one, for the last one in the frontline side of things. Oh yeah, so this is kind of relating to like the voice acting side of things once again. So this is from IGN. The voice actress confirmed the amount while sharing her desire for video game voice actors to earn residuals. She also noted that the game Metal Gear Solid made around $176 million with more than 7 million copies sold. And the picture right here with the caption, it says Metal Gear Solid voice actress Jennifer Hale was paid just $1,200 for Naomi for the Naomi role. So that's nothing, man. Like especially for someone like Jennifer Hale, like Jesus Christ, man, that's nothing. That's like almost my paycheck, man. Like
yeah, that is not survivability.
No, dude. Especially yeah.
And then, of course, you'll have, because of this and how IGN loves to just like word their articles or posts, you'll get the insensitive people,
right,
saying like, "Oh, she's just asking for more money." It's like, well, yeah, if you're stuck, wouldn't you?
Right.
Some of those recording sessions ain't 8 hours; they go for like fucking 10 hours.
In total, yes. Not like in a row, because you're gonna destroy your voice in 10 hours, bro. But like in total time, you have a lot, man. You work a lot. You know. Either way, it's pretty grueling, right? To do all those takes, and it's a very artistic. You know, it takes skill, right? A lot of skill.
It takes skill. And also discipline. Like you have to discipline your voice.
Yeah, it takes a lot. It's like music, right? Like, you know, it takes time.
Singing, it's like
singing. Yeah, no, I mean, it's fine arts. Fine arts, all that stuff it takes all that stuff, right? Like art, you know, drawing, painting, you know, music, acting, right? All those things take discipline. It takes time. To really make it your craft, maybe be good at it, be a standout amongst other competition, right? So obviously, yeah, you want to be paid a lot more than your average sort of
pay your worth. You know?
Pay your worth, right? Yeah, for sure.
So that's why again, like these lovely people, not trying to say like she's just asking for money, like. I bet you it's like I don't think you guys have any creative like bone in your body.
They definitely don't understand what it takes to be a voice actor too. Like, you know, there's that whole thing like, oh, you're just talking to the mic. God damn it, man.
Anyone can talk into a mic.
Even one of my
anyone.
Yeah, unfortunately, even one of my sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say, anyone can talk into a mic, but to actually speak as the character, it's a totally different.
It's a totally different thing. Yeah, like it sucks that there are people out there who just are not willing to, like, you know, be sympathetic towards that stuff or like understanding towards that sort of stuff. But you know, there's you know a bit of everything, including shitty people. So that's just kind of how that happens, or that's just kind of how it works in life. I was gonna say, unfortunately, one of my friends is kind of like that too. Like he straight up said, "Voice acting is not acting," and I'm just like, "Oh my god, don't say that. Don't be serious about that, dude." Like, I didn't want to argue with him because it was just it was not worth my time. I essentially kind of like let him like,
You let him say his piece, and you just drawn them out. Like,
let him kind of like hang himself in a way, like let him make his own mistake, and let him find out on his own. I don't know, you know, so that sort of thing. I'm not gonna, you know, waste my time like trying to, like, Jesus Christ, like, it's even in the word acting, right? Like it's. I don't know what is it. What's with like people that just don't understand that. But I think it really just boils down to just because they don't see them. Just that's the reasoning of thinking differently when it comes to voice acting. You know, in the end, they just think, oh, it's just you're just talking to the mic, right? You know, like. I think like, of course, obviously, right, when you're acting on film, yes, that's also difficult of itself and such like that. Voice acting has its own thing of being difficult too, right? Yeah, just because you're not moving and stuff like that, you're not physically like moving around the set and shit like that, doesn't mean it's any...
Unless you're like you know, like Mark Hamill when he's embodying the Joker, he actually just moves around. Like, unless you what are those actors called?
Method actors.
Yeah, method actors. Yes. Or they really get into
they really get into their role.
They find their muse of like, in order for me to actually understand this character, I have to be this character.
Yes. Yeah. Kind of like Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah. He's definitely very into his roles a lot of times. But anyway, yes. So point being, this is pretty fucking low for pay. It's sad to see, you know, especially when the game, right, like of itself made a lot of money. You know, it's just like, damn, man. Can I get something out of it at least? You know, especially with how much memorable this character was, you know, depending on things. But yeah, you know, it's Jennifer Hill, man. She's done a lot of work, in the industry, and seeing stuff like this is like, man, that's rough, man. That's rough. And then people ask, well, then why do it, right? Well, I mean, there's a thing called passion, right? I mean, art is all about passion. You want to do it because you love doing it, you know? That's kind of how it works, man. You're not just doing it for the money. You're doing it because you love doing it. That's just how it works, man. Yeah.
And like it's back to like me saying that those people don't have any art bone in their bodies, or it's like I'm sorry, not everyone wants to work at McDonald's like you.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And there's just like you kind of said it earlier too, right? Like don't you want more money, right? Like, bro, like you would probably do the same. Like, hey, excuse me, can I get a raise? You know, that shit type of shit. That's the same as that. That's the same type of shit. That's the same type of shit. You just don't want to admit to it. That, you know what I mean? You just don't want to admit that they're wrong about that shit for whatever reason. It's just like, I don't know, pride or ego or some shit. I don't know. She is doing the same thing that you desire. You know, residuals, right? You're asking for a raise, like that's kind of the same principle. You want more money, right?
You want more money, or you know, it's like if you feel like you're getting underpaid from, you know, your worth in the company or industry, you know.
Yeah. Why are there strikes and like Amazon shit like that? They want more money. Like they feel like they're worth more than that. They're getting overworked while getting underpaid. Like, bro, like it happens everywhere, man, including acting and such. Hollywood. We just had that strike, you know? It happens everywhere, man. I think we all deserve more money. I think that's the end all be all, right? Like, yeah. You know.
Yeah. And then it's like also like, okay, back in the 90s, yeah, 1,200 is pretty big.
Yeah, pretty big. Yeah.
Back in the 90s, we were able to afford a lot of shit.
Yes.
Nowadays, no.
This is
that amount.
This is barely rent for a month. The month.
That's barely a rent, but here's the kicker. Take away tax. What are you left with?
Right.
That's why a lot of people forget. It's like, wow, you're getting paid three grand a paycheck. Oh, you must be rich. No.
There's tax. There's,
you know, here's tax. Here's the insurance. You know, depending on what company. You know, here's insurance taken out, and here's this month's rent. I am left with $100.
Yeah, and there's food. There's everything else, man. Bills, man. You got bills and debt and all that shit, man. We're all trying to get by, man. Yep. That is life, man. That is life. It's rough. It's rough. But anyway, let's get on to the games and all that extra stuff news. So with this one, I believe, oh yes, so I did mention this with the Nintendo Online stuff. So according to Cerebi on .net, which is funny because that's Celebi, right? You know, pronunciation, right? Anyway, according to Cerebi, Nintendo's 3DS online services, including gameplay, will end, right? But Pokemon Bank will still be able to be used after this for this foreseeable future. So yeah, but I think the catch is that you need to download from the store in order to have it. So it's but once you have it, I think you should be good. So that's the catch. That's the caveat, right? You need to have downloaded it from a long time ago, which I don't know if I have it though. That's kind of like kind of a quote unquote scary thing. So I don't know, but I'm not too crazy about trading in my Pokemon to, like, I don't know, Scarlet Violet. I mean, the only thing that sucks is that I can't move my my shiny my choke, you know. It's the green one, but you know, I mean, that's, I don't know. I mean, if I can do it, yeah, great, but I'm not gonna be like, you know, just it's kind of like spilled milk, right? Kind of, maybe a little more expensive milk, but
Yeah.
I didn't try to catch that Machoke. That Machoke kind of like happened. I was like, oh shit, you know.
The Machoke is like, yo.
Yeah.
Better not tell Zawa about this.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that happened.
Hide you away.
Yeah. I it happened, man. You know. So, but it sucks that I potentially won't be able to move that to the newer games. So, but I think I have it on my phone, if I'm correct, with Pokemon Home anyway. But in any case, some of my old Pokemon are going to get lost anyway, so they're going to be stuck in that game forever, and that's fine. You know, it's kind of like a way to look at it as like preservation, right? Preserve things the way they are, let things be, kind of thing. Okay, yeah, I have it on my phone for Pokemon Home, but yeah. Anyway, was there anything else you wanted to comment about, like Pokemon Bank or anything like that, or are you good?
I do have Pokemon Bank, but I installed it, then I uninstalled it. If that makes sense.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I had no use for it because I don't know, when I play Pokemon, I kind of don't like transferring it to like other stuff. To me, I make it like it's in its own universe.
Yeah. Like you're okay with
it
it being in that universe, yeah. Kind of like the whole preservation thing. Yeah, like I was saying. Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like, yeah, I could use it to complete the National Pokédex, but then it's like, you know, what's the joy of if you're not capturing it yourself? You know, that's me when it comes to like
I get it. It's for people who like been attached to this one Pokemon for a very long time, and they want to like move it to like every other every iteration, you know. I hope it worked for them, you know. Now it's a matter of, are you caught up with Pokemon Home, right? So hopefully that worked and for them, and they can transfer that Charizard from fucking blue and red all the way up to, you know, Scarlet Violet. You know, you have that same Charizard, right? Yeah, I mean the idea is cool, but I don't know. I'm not gonna go crazy over it, man. I'm not gonna like fucking struggle like Todd trying to get out to work, you know, just to be able to transfer some Pokemon, right? So I don't know, man. Yeah, again, it sucks. I understand, but you know, some things. Hey, I mean, if you can get it to work, great. But I don't know. I'm not gonna prioritize my time for it anytime soon. So and by that time, the online services are probably gonna be shut down anyway. So I don't know. Anyway, let's gonna move on from there. Up next we have, oh yes, so as I was talking about Cyberpunk earlier, I did want to mention this. So Cyberpunk at this point 2077 has sold 25 million copies, and then that, just with Phantom Liberty alone, that one sold 3 million copies in its first week. So that's pretty cool. That's actually really awesome to hear that. So I think this is officially straight from the website. So pretty awesome. You know, Cyberpunk is definitely thriving more than ever now, because it's mostly fixed, I would say, or very much fixed enough to be a pretty functional game. So especially with all the updates and stuff like that, you know, I do appreciate it. So let me see, anything else from Dexerto? Oh yeah, so Elon Musk did stream on Twitter/X playing Diablo 4, and he had this many viewers, which is like almost a million, which is right above 900k or viewers. That's crazy. And he's just playing Diablo 4 on
now. See, I'm gonna be the asshole in the room.
Okay.
How many were there? How many of it was bots?
Yeah, right.
Or how many of it was legit? Or he just didn't go into the, you know, not data bank, but you know, to just like,
right,
again, just type in the viewing count in it.
No, oh man, that would be pretty wild, right?
It would be wild, but it wouldn't be out of character when you think of it.
Yeah.
But then that wall of words on the side of how many people really love writing the D on this man is like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Streaming on here is going to kill Twitch and YouTube. Is like, who are you?
Yeah. People think it's the next streaming platform and stuff, but I'd heard that the servers are crashing because so many people were watching, so his stream was like going in and out because so many people were watching. So the servers couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
So whether it's 900,000 or not, like I guess there's just enough people to make those servers crash. So it does either way show of how many people are obsessed with him, to like whether they actually admire him or try to see him like fuck up or whatever, you know, on things.
Yeah.
So I've seen this shit around too. This weird fucking picture, man, of like this big black dude like fighting wild animals or something, or kicking something.
The latest one I saw was the one with the crocodile, the alligator one.
Yeah.
I was like laughing my ass. I was like, is this real?
Yeah, I'm like, is this like AI or something? Like, what the fuck is going on with these pictures, man? Like look at this. Like, what is this, dude? He's like kicking a bear. He's kicking he's
he looks like he's fucking create a character from Tekken, and he's fighting Kuma.
Yeah, like a Tekken customized fighter or whatever. That bear looks fake in that one. I don't know what's going on with that one.
That one looks. But please tell me he throws the pizza.
Eat the pizza, hey man.
The pizza.
Okay, I think. Okay, I'm starting to really think this is AI. It's starting to think all this is AI. This is.
Still, it's a good laugh. Everyone.
It is a good laugh for sure. It is a good laugh. But anyway, yeah. So Elon Musk is streaming. Okay, you know, for the most part. Great, but you know, he is streaming on formerly known as Twitch. Or not Twitter, excuse me. Ugh, the T's. The TWs, man, they get to me. But will it be the next thing? Who knows, right? But to say things like rip YouTube and Twitch, yeah. I don't think so. Because I think you have to have the subscription to be able to pay anyway. or be able to stream anyway.
Yep.
So you have to pay to stream, which is stupid. You know. So I think that in itself already is not going to be the next thing, right? And meant to mention, there's been a lot of talk about this platform being all subscription, right? Like there's nothing free. Going full subscription, you can't even like do the usual things without having to pay. But that's just we're on the street for right now. We'll see if it's official at some point. I don't know, but as soon as that happens, I'm out. I'm out of Twitter or X, whatever. It's a damn shame, but that's no. I'm not fucking paying for that shit. Hell no. I'm still waiting on that Blue Sky invitation, but yeah, hopefully that'll come eventually. But I will go somewhere else. I will definitely go somewhere else. I have a TikTok. I have Instagram. I probably will use Instagram as a means. But
yeah, see,
yeah,
he's gonna go back to Instagram and stuff. I'll go back to MySpace or Gaia Online.
Oh my god! Wow. Or Tumblr.
Maybe Tumblr.
Maybe Tumblr.
Neopets.
God damn, man. Whatever happened to that, dude? That shit is kind of like a digital. It's like digital Beanie Babies. Is it still alive? It's kind of like digital Beanie Babies, man.
Yep, it's still fucking alive.
Wow.
Join millions of players at Neopets today. Adopt and customize your Neopets. Explore whimsical lands, engage in compelling quests, and craft your own unique blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Date launch November 15, 1999.
God damn, man. God damn. That's crazy.
Why did all of a sudden my fucking back hurt?
you're that old, man. You're that old. But anyway, let's move on.
Holy shit, mini clip.
Let's move on to news featuring anime, movies, streaming, and more. There's a lot of stuff that's been coming out for streaming stuff, like Loki season 2 just came out. Loki, I think Ahsoka just wrapped up, right? I think
Ahsoka just wrapped up.
I haven't watched Ahsoka just yet, so I'll get around to it.
The new Castlevanias.
Yes, and then not to mention Gen 5 just came out. I like to call it Gen V, but Gen 5 for the Boy spinoff, right, on Amazon Prime. That also just came out. Without now 4 episodes. They released it with the first 3 episodes. Like boom, like here we go. You enjoy 3 episodes first, and then there's now episode 4. I believe it's going to be 8 episodes for that one. So it's just going to be 4 more weeks of new stuff, and then that's it. There's other new stuff too with streaming and more anime and all that crap. And One Piece just wrapped up the Kaido Wano saga arc, whatever. They just wrapped it up, so yeah, essentially. Now it's just gonna be like the post Wano arc or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, man, there's just a lot of streaming stuff, especially with stuff coming up like the actually with Cyberpunk, right? You know, we've been talking about, or I've been talking about Cyberpunk throughout this episode. Cyberpunk is getting more stuff, including a live action project set in the world of Cyberpunk 2077 is now in development. So there's yet another live action thing coming, and it is Cyberpunk. So I think this will work. This will definitely work. It's very realistic in that sense. You know, hopefully they'll bring Keanu Reeves in it. You know, it makes sense. All the maybe not all of them, but like the actors that play their part. Hopefully Idris Elba at some point, right, to play his part. Will it? I don't. But then again, will it actually follow the main story, or is it gonna be like just one of the stories? I don't know. Hopefully that'll be clear once it comes out with their trailer. But hey, I'm up for it. I want to see more Cyberpunk stuff. I mean, the anime was great for the most part. It was a very great, although short watch. So yeah, I'm all for more Cyberpunk stuff, man. Live action, cool. we'll see how that turns out. Next one up, I think this is also, oh no, just a reminder for Invincible season 2 coming out in 1 month or less than 30 days. So yes, I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. Been craving.
You know what would be a beautiful like hand in hand in 30 days? Omni-Man comes out on MK1.
That would have been really cool, but it's
but it's Quanchi,
I think, or yeah, it's one of those, like the veterans are coming out first, so
yeah.
But
again, it in a different universe timeline, this would have like been like a good like, oh, season 2 starting up.
Yeah, Omni-Man, yeah. Yeah, that would have been very poetic, but I don't think it's happening. Because yeah, even like Homelander is like way later too. So, and I think season 4 of The Boys is gonna be out by then, like way by then, you know. So I don't think it's gonna happen like that, unfortunately. So just a little reminder for Invincible. I'm definitely looking forward to it. This one is kind of a weird one, but I guess big because it is Pokemon. The live action show of Pokemon, it turns out to be not quite what we thought it was going to be. It's not like an actual like world of Pokemon type of live action. It's real life involving with the game of Pokemon and a character who is rediscovering her love for it, the game. So I guess we can play the trailer here. There's Red blowing in the thing. Cartridge.
It still works.
Charmander, yes.
の赤木と申します。よろしくお願いします。みんなで戦いたいんです。どんな企画がいいんですかね。雑誌の広告。
Gonna call it.
人が変わることがあるん
At the second to last episode, or the last episode, she gets hit by Chuck Chan and then she gets isekai to.
No! Oh my god.
to Pokemon, like
the actual Pokemon world. Oh my god. If this actually becomes an isekai, that would be crazy. So yeah, this is the Pokemon drama show that we were mentioning a while back. Oh, the link cable! Link cable!
Oh shit! Oh, check it here! Check it here! Check it here!
Oh, that's funny.
Also, false on some of these gameplays. She is playing a Game Boy.
Yeah.
In the middle of the day.
Oh yeah. You won't be able to see that, dude. No way.
Unless it's Game Boy Color, then maybe you have a chance.
Yeah, unless her Game Boy's like super powered or something, man. Those screens were weak under the sunlight.
Under the sunlight, or
you can't play in the dark.
To, like,
yeah,
in the dark. You're in the car. You're just going like this.
Yeah, towards the window. Comes the light.
It's like, okay, here comes the light, and move. Okay, stop, and move, and stop. Or you just do this when your parents aren't looking. Turn on that fucking light that's in the car.
Yeah, it's not expected for sure. It's just the show this is from Stealth. The show revolves around main character Madoka Akagi, who rediscovers her love of Pokemon. And then yeah, it's literally a live action drama about older people who enjoy the Pokemon series and make connections because of it. So here's like the little poster for it. It's very different for a Pokemon related show. Like I would have thought it was just gonna be like, oh, yeah, CGI Pokemon. Oh yeah, you know, whatever. But no, it's a drama with the game Pokemon, which is interesting, you know. So yeah, what do you make of it, man? What do you think?
It looks cute.
It's
Like,
cute, yeah.
It's probably like classified as a slice of life anime, which I'm, or which is now what I'm slowly like gravitating towards.
Yeah.
Away from shonen, like shonen or isekai. I kind of like now
Slice of life stuff.
Going back to slice of life.
Yeah,
anime.
the phase or something. Yeah. I was in my slice of life phase at some point, especially with like K-On! And stuff like that. Yeah.
K-On! Was good. Let's see. Now you want to bring that up? Which slice of life anime was better, K-On! Or Azumanga Daioh? Even though
you mean Nichijou?
Well, Nichijou. Okay, let's go with Nichijou and Azumanga Daioh. Like, which one was more like tickle your fancy?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. That's a tougher pick, honestly.
Like Nichijou, there was a lot of good episodes.
There's a lot of funny moments in that show.
But my favorite episode with Nichijou has to deal with the fucking principal.
The principal and the deer, right?
Yep.
Yes.
He
brought out the bulletproof vest. I was like, what the fuck? And he fucking German suplexes the deer. But the deer.
And then afterwards, they're like buddies.
They're like
like
friends or some shit. It was so strange.
It's like, yeah, you know what? Fucking become friends after a good bout. You know, fucking yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say which one's like the better one or whatever. Which one is my favorite of the two? It's tough. I can't say. You know, because Azumanga has his own.
Yeah, and it has. I was gonna say this man pleads the fifth right now. He's not answering.
I can't. I really can't say, dude. Like Azumanga has his own flavor. Nichijou has his own flavor, dude. That's a hard pick, man. Oh, sorry. It's just Walmart reminding me of flu shots for some reason. It's weird. But anyway, yeah. But back on this, yeah, it essentially is just a J drama with the game. So that's essentially what it is, man. So, all right, it's cute. But will I watch it? Probably not. But if it happens to pop up on my way, maybe if I have time for it. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's cute. It's different, I would say, from all the other stuff. But it's a J drama, you know. Yeah. All right, and then I think there's one more thing from about the J drama show. It's called the show is called Poketsume. I think it's called for. It's an abbreviation anyway, because I'm pretty sure it says Poketo ni something something or Tsumekonde or something like that. Tsumekonde. I think it's saying like connect with Pokemon or something like that. I think something about connecting with people and Pokemon stuff. That's why it's called Poketsume, just for the abbreviation. So. Yeah. That is essentially that. Let's move on to this. Second to last thing. Oh yes. So this is back to Kinnikuman, the Perfect Origin anime. It now has a teaser for it. So let's go ahead and check it out on YouTube. Oops, sorry. There we go. Looking pretty good.
I mean, remember how we were saying like previous stuff? It's the animation, where the animation is gonna count is the fights.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So we're slowly seeing it, but you know, both you and I, well, you are old generation of Kinnikuman. I'm newish because of Fox Kids and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Them fights are fucking like, you know, wonky. Fucking like, there are some moves that you're like, okay, this guy is dead, right? No, okay,
Yeah.
Exhibit A.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like, how is it gonna translate well doing some of these moves and showing the impact?
Yeah.
Also, the character before, I'll tell you when to stop.
Oh yeah.
There, it's like when they were at the stands.
Oh, at the stands. Okay.
Not him. Right there.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Memory's not serving me, doing me justice. Well, I don't remember him, but his outfit reminds me of Cyborg 00.
Yeah. The color scheme. You're
the
right.
Scarf. The scarf, the color scheme. I'm like,
yeah, Cyborg 009. Yes.
He's like, is this supposed to be an homage and homage?
Yeah, homage or homage. Yeah, right.
But who is he? You can spoil it for me.
That's supposed to be, what's his English name, or in the, I should say the 4Kids dub name. It's supposed to be like something McMahon or something.
Vince McMahon.
Like he's especially, they made him the spoof for Vince McMahon. As his younger version, right? He's supposed to have a beard in the older generation, or the new generation saga or whatever. Let's see, hold on. Let me get the Kinnikuman wiki. There we go. Let me see. Let's go right here. Mariposa, Suguru, Sayu, that's... No, that's not him. Suguru... Is it Mayumi? Well, that's one of them. Let me see. Oh, there, yeah. Remember this old guy from Ultimate Muscle? He was kind of brief. He was briefly there, but yeah, he's from the old generation. There was one more old dude. I can't find him somehow. Kinkotsu, no. Ataru, no, definitely not Ataru. Macintosh. Let me see. Hey, what was his name? It's been a while. I'll just use Miami, and then we should go be able to. No, that's definitely not him. I'm trying to see. No. Yeah, he's nowhere. He's nowhere in Ultimate Muscle for sure. Wait, let me just check just in case. If I can like see anything. No. Okay, definitely not. Oh, wait. Yeah, there you go. Harabote. Yes. He is the chairperson. That's right. And then his Vance McMad. That's what it was. Vance McMad. Okay, that's his Ultimate Muscle name. And he's this guy. He's this guy. Do you remember him? So?
Trying to really remember because all the memos. It's just fucking
Yeah.
so back in my memories, like opening which file cabinet is like,
Yeah.
which one is it? Nope.
Let me try to.
Like, try to like bring up like a YouTube like clip of it,
or just a screenshot.
Is that from the game, the GameCube game?
That's the game. Well, this is the PS2 game that came out later on. Man, there's like hardly anything on him in particular. Understandable because he's pretty not significant as much, and it's mad. Yeah, there's like hardly anything. There's no like there's no ultimate muscle footage. Yeah.
I guess it's because he's such a not a niche character, but you know, he's there,
yeah,
and then he just goes whoosh.
Yeah. Well, if you remember him, that's him. Like, or there's one screenshot right there.
Oh, okay, now I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But see the color difference because of.
Yeah. So yes, that is him older, and this was his younger years. That was his younger years, and then definitely don't remember any of these like evil Chojin, or whatever you however one would say refer. That's okay, this guy, that's Big the Budo. He's supposed to be like one of the like final like villains or whatever. And then it's weird though because they already show the final
quote unquote.
Well, this is the final villain. He's already getting like his ass whooped. So it's weird that they're already like showing that much. Hey, see, he's already like beating his ass. That's supposed to be a Super Phoenix. And King Muscle, let's just say, is gonna do his like his muscle spark. Yeah, see, he's already doing his move, and then that's it. And then this is literally like the aftermath of the final match. This was like so I think this is for just the people who love Kinnikuman, and not so much reintroducing it for the new audiences, because it's already skipping to the Perfect Chojin arc anyway, so it's not, they're not going to show the beginning of it, so it's already like they're already skipping it, you know what I mean? I guess it's because they wanted to just show the new animation for this particular saga, because of the budget or something. Like if they had more budget, they would have like probably gone from the beginning and then showed everything, right? Or more of the manga. But I guess they just wanted to show this part just because this is the most significant part of Kinnikuman. It's interesting too because of Terry Man's colors are a little different. Like he's usually like blonde and has blue gloves and stuff like that, but here he has red gloves and he has white hair, so pretty interesting.
Yeah, so I bet this is like a future, like in the future fight, or
no, this is supposed to be like back in the day. This is supposed to be like,
yeah, well, I meant like back in the day, but like, you know, their
future, I guess. Yeah. Okay,
during this era, like...
yeah, it's weird also because Robin Mask is in his newer color scheme, not in his classic like weird blue armor color scheme. And then that's Warsman, that's Ramen Man, that's Brocken Jr. right there. You know, Dramino. hard to say in English.
You wanted to say drama, like so many. I heard the drama. I was like, what?
Yeah. He's supposed to be Native American, So yeah, he's supposed to be from the the Native American tribe. And then yeah, a lot of old ass characters for sure. In that little sequence right there. I don't know about these guys. I think they're just like lesser evil Chojin or whatever. So
I know I've seen the fish one.
Maybe, yeah. I think the fish one is a little more significant, but yeah, the rest of them, maybe with the exception of the tired dude. I forget the tired dude's name, but yeah, it's been a while. Oh, there's Meat. You remember this character, right? The one on the left. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Meat.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like to the point of probably why this anime is being made. It's just to have a resurgence, or just to like a thank you to the fans. And hey, do you like wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
Come here.
Yeah,
I have something to show you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Kinnikuman was pretty inspirational too for a number of wrestlers as well in Japan. And I think, in fact, Antonio Inoki, who unfortunately passed away a while back, had the theme of Kinnikuman in his main theme, I believe, for the rest of his days. So, kind of goes to show of how significant this was to at least a number of people. So, including, of course, the Japanese pro wrestlers. So it was popular at some point. It just got drowned in all the other shonen that has come out at this point.
Yeah,
you know.
Shonen.
Yeah. Especially with like Fist of the North Star and stuff. Yeah.
So I would not discount or not throw it out the window that probably when the English dub is out, because probably it's gonna be sub first and dub after.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if now the now generation or some well-known WWE stars voice some character.
Some of them, some of them. Mm-hmm.
Or they're like the NPCs.
Yeah, the NPCs. Yeah, all the other like the evil Chojin and stuff. Yeah, the evil wrestlers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to say like throwaway wrestlers, but like all the extras and stuff. Yeah.
They will give like a good fight, not like a 1 to 3 done. Yeah. No, they'll have like maybe a good like fight. So
like maybe
I'm thinking
maybe this like tired dude is probably gonna be voiced by one of the WWE stars or something. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe.
I was gonna say who would fit in? By the way he looks, and I don't know how he acts. I was gonna say Goldberg.
No, yeah, I don't know. I cannot
Goldberg,
tell you.
For laughs, the fish guy is voiced by Rey Mysterio. It's just like
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Yeah. Yep. So. Yeah, it's just like commemorating like one of the volumes too. No, I think this is. I don't know if this is the newest one or not, because I think it's still going. It's just like I don't know. It's very periodic here and there that it comes out, but because they do a time travel thing at some point too. So the new generation somehow revisits the old generation. I think so. I don't know. It's I'm lost with that part at this point. So yeah, I haven't kept up with the newer stuff for Kinnikuman. I just know enough about the old one. Of course, Ultimate Muscle, of course, and yeah, that is essentially the gist of that. Again, it's coming out next year. I would like to check it out. Let me go ahead and bring up Project IG again, just so I kind of see what the resume looks like at this point. So let me see. There we go. The colors look pretty similar to some of their animes. Let me see. Hold on. What was it? Strange. I'm not seeing the one I'm looking for, but
maybe it's an OVA.
maybe. Hold on. I was gonna say it kind of looks similar to that of like Megalobox or something, like the colors and shading, but I might be thinking something different, a different studio, I guess. But yeah, whatever. I mean, either way, it looks pretty good. I mean, I would say so. I would like to check it out whenever that's out. Oh man, Guilty Crown. I kind of have some memories with that anime. Excuse me. Guilty Crown.
If you want to bring back memories, you go right there. XX Holic.
XX Holic. Yeah, that's for sure.
Which, if you watch the live action of it, it's not that bad, everyone. It's actually really good.
I actually did not know there was a live action for that one. I did not know.
Sengoku Basara.
Yeah, Sengoku. Goku's basketball. IQ.
Prince of Tennis.
Prince of Tennis. Yeah. And then for those really old school people, Fully Cooley, right? Yeah, I think
the OVA.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, they've done the newer Fully Cooley stuff too, surprisingly. Yeah. Although that has been mixed, unfortunately. Because I feel like the original stuff was just like perfect. It did not need any more of it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why what I said about when they brought Fully Cooley back. I was like, why? I did not need to know where the hell he went into space. I did not need to know. All I needed to know is that he's in space now. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
My focus was on Conti.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry. Yeah, you can have you could like every other character in that series. My favorite was Conti.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the guy's name with the eyebrows? Was it Amorao or something? Amorao? I think. He was really funny. I liked him. But I kind of wish they showed more of the chick that was
Commander Amorao.
Yeah, Amorao. I wish they showed more of the chick that was with him. Like she was kind of like the right hand.
Yeah, the lieutenant or something.
The lieutenant, yeah, the right hand man for Amorao. I wish they showed more of her. She was really cute. Yeah. And
also her expressions when he does something stupid was always fun to just watch at the side. Yep. Like that one. Well, in those couple of episodes, his eyebrows fell and she's just like freaking out.
Yeah.
She's like, the fuck?
Yep. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. But yep. Just one of those things, man. Old school anime.
Whose eyebrows are better? Amorao's or Might Guy?
Well, I mean, Might Guys are real. There's a difference, right? I mean,
hey. We're not saying who's real, which one is real, which one is not. It's like who's like.
But at some point, according to the new ones, anyway, that's what his real eyebrows look like. At some point, and then at some point he lost them, which is why he has the replacements, which turns out to be Nori.
Yeah, because I also think that there was that one episode he was like kind of hungry, and so he just ripped it off and just ate it.
Oh yeah.
Again, the lieutenant's just freaking out, going like,
yeah.
Like, can I eat?
Yeah. God, no. Please, no. Well, anyway, thank you, Production IG, for making this happen. For real. It's that niche love I have. I have that soft spot for Kinnikuman. I wish you had more love, but I don't know. I guess it's just one of those things. But anyway, oops. last one for the night.
Last one
For the day, depending on when you're watching this. There is a new Berserk coming, and it actually is going to be an anime. Like an actual, like, no CGI, well, less CGI, let's just say. So
I know the symbol is supposed to stand for B, but because of my dumbass brain, I read it as the Lack Knight. I was like, what the hell is a Lack Knight?
oh yeah.
But Jesus Christ, another one?
Yeah, another one.
Another one. It's like, no, enough.
Yeah.
Well, again, you were saying that it was it'll be CGI, but not heavy CGI like.
Oh no, it has less CGI, but it looks like it's more traditionally animated. But so it seems like it's a more of a Western production, from what I can understand, though, with this studio. Yeah, because it says, well, the online animation group. So it looks like it's a web anime or web series. It seems like from what it sounds like. So I don't know how official it is, but I guess it's official enough. I mean,
I'm just gonna say this: if I see one damn scene of him doing this,
yeah.
I'm gonna come over to your house, whack you across with that Gengar behind you.
Okay, so I think this is an indie anime, but I think they got the permission from the people who hold the rights for Berserk. So it's kind of like a fan anime, but it's like a more official-ish or more high production fan anime.
There's care to it.
Yes, care to it. Yes, and they have approval from, of course, the rights holders. So looks interesting. Yeah, I mean, looks pretty good if that's really the case for a fan-made anime. So yeah. Pretty faithful looking, I would say, at least. So any comments from you have for this one?
I guess it comes to like how many episodes and where's it gonna end in the first season?
Yeah,
Is it gonna be right when Griffith betrays everyone, or after?
Right.
Like, and then season 2 will pick up like the aftermath.
Yeah.
Or is season 1 just gonna be Guts' whole backstory until he joins, the band of Hawks?
So, have you read the manga or have you just watched the anime?
Read the manga to a certain point. Of the last thing I remember reading the manga was Griffith was in his white armor again, but he was standing on top of I forgot I forgot his name. The big Minotaur.
Okay.
Zod. Yeah, he was like standing on top of Zod's shoulder.
Okay.
And that's the last time I read. And then for anime wise was just the movies or the OVAs as you call them.
Right.
And then I watched the that lovely CGI anime.
Yeah,
and I stopped when I saw the walking the walking
animation
stick figure.
the walk cycle, the lovely walk cycle, yes, of Guts. But I was gonna say though, I know of Berserk. I'm kind of familiar with it. I just know that yes, Griffin is there's that whole like, oh, he didn't do anything wrong kind of thing going on, you know, with the betrayal stuff and whatever and blah 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 and all that stuff. Like, but I have actually never read nor watched a full episode of Berserk of any kind. So I just know of it. I know some notes of Berserk and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm not like familiarized with the universe within that. But I mean, yeah, I mean, cool, man. Like, this is looking pretty promising for an indie production for anime. So see how that turns out.
Yeah. Wish for the best for you.
Yeah, wishing for the best. Yeah, especially for a smaller studio, it seems like. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Was there anything you wanted to throw in before we sign off?
Didi, you want to say something? No. No. Trying to look at Twitter if there's anything.
Is there? Yeah, I was about to say, is there anything like that snuck up on us or anything like that, or you're seeing? Because fighting games has been kind of relatively dead quiet when it comes to like character reveals and whatever. Like Tekken hasn't said anything.
Oh, I guess. Fighting game. What was it? Samurai Showdown released, like they're doing. I'm just gonna repeat it if we already did. They're gonna do their third closed beta.
For the rollback stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
To which, what I was talking to my friend about is like they should have, when they were talking about rollback netcode for Samurai Showdown, it should have been made an announcement when they made another game, you know, and go like, hey, for those who still playing this other game, rollback netcode is coming to it, because again, like, sorry to say, I think they're biting more than they can chew, because it's like that tired whole story is like they have to really take out the skeleton and then put in a brand new one, and hopefully
not a simple
fits.
job. No. Same thing is happening with Fighters, man. Fighters has announced that rollback netcode update, and then it's been a year and it's still not come out with it. So it's like a lot of obstacles, seems like. So trying to get it right and all that stuff. I mean, they probably could just release it and it'll be shitty. That's the thing, right? So could be shitty, could be not. We don't know. That's why they're testing it and such. They're taking their time with it. They're probably also having a hard time with like other games too. Like maybe a lot of the staff have been pulled from that team to work on something else or something. I don't know.
You know, to work on a different project.
Yeah, that's why the rollback has been slow because of that. And by the time they're done, it's like, well, I don't have that much time to progress through the rollback update and go back to another project, right? Like, yeah, I don't know how these things work at times, right, with rollback netcode when it comes to workflow, but it just seems not only hard, but they have a lot of things on their hands as well, not just Fighters, but like other games too, yeah. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah. So for all the major stuff, I'm not really seeing anything much else. So that's it from this episode. It was kind of a hodgepodge. There's some things to talk about, but it's funny because the biggest controversy of the week was the whole like Cait Sith thing. Kind of goes to show what kind of week we've had with gaming news. So nothing super major for us anyway. But yeah, the fighting game stuff. But maybe hopefully next week we'll have fighting game stuff to talk about and other stuff to as well. So anyways, thank you very much. And with that, we hope to see you all in the next episode.